Okay, all you tool Nazis, down here in the shop again. Just want to show you what I knocked out yesterday. Each year I go with a team down to Baja, California, down to Mexico, and we build houses for indigent poor people down there. And last year I took a small table saw with me, and it was really a big help just in doing some of the trim work and so forth. And it was just a surplus saw that I had here in the shop. You'll notice that I have an adequate table saw here, and I didn't really need it, and I never used it, so I left it down there with the people that run the show down there full time, and told them that next year when I'm down, I'd appreciate if I could be able to use it. They said, well, we really can't guarantee that. They have a woodworking school as well, and they said it may end up at the woodworking school, but if, certainly if it's here, you're welcome to use it. So when I got home, I thought that, well, just in case it's gone or broken or stolen or at the woodworking school or whatever the case may be, maybe I should just knock out something real quick to use in place of that. So I just made up this little device here. Now, before any of you safety guys come on and start telling me, oh, you're going to kill yourself with that. No, it's unsafe. No, you're going to cut your fingers off. And it doesn't have anti-kickback pawls. It doesn't have a riving knife. It doesn't have a splitter. Yeah, I know. Guess what, snowflakes? When I started working with power tools, none of them came with any of these things on it. You paid attention, you were careful, and you made every effort not to hurt yourself. And by and large, and for the most part, here I am 70 years old, still have all of my fingers, all of my toes, all of my teeth, all of my hair, and I'm building goofy tools like this. And I live to tell the tale. So at any rate, here it is. It's just a sheet of plywood. I don't even know what size the sheet of plywood is. It was a piece I grabbed out of the scrap pile, checked to make sure it was square, and just went for it. Lift it up here. I just made a block right here. I just cut a profile on the underside of it that matches the lip on my little saw. However you might choose to do yours, it might vary a little bit, but this is basically what I did. The saw just lifts up at the back here and catches up underneath that. And then I just made this little piece of plywood cut into a little horseshoe shape that holds down the rear of the saw. Just a bolt holding it in place that screws into a T-nut that passes through the table, the surface of the table. I just jammed a piece of cutoff in here to hold the trigger. So again, I know when I plug it in, the saw comes on and it's going to just go wildly out of control and, kill and maim, thousands of people in the process. But so I make sure I have cones and yellow tape set up before I turn the thing on. Let's put it back down again. The fence, I just knocked it out of some plywood, cut that slot with my router table. I initially put in this brace here to hold it square and realized it's still flexed up here at this end, so I added a second brace. Not very elegant looking, but it holds the fence pretty square. Took another piece of plywood, drilled a hole in it, countersunk it with a Forstner bit and epoxied a bolt in there, so that allows me to move the fence back and forth. I'm not going to demonstrate or make any cuts with it here today because I'm down here alone. I don't have a tripod. I'm just shooting this with my phone. But I made a number of cuts with it, both very narrow and wide. I used a push stick so I wouldn't cut my fingers off. And it works really, really well. So there's no signs of wanting to bind or kick back. The wood just zips right on through. So here you have it. Just a quick and dirty little table saw. I can throw it in the back of my truck. Won't take up any room at all. If it gets broken or somebody steals it while I'm down there in Mexico, who cares? I'll make another one. And I guess my disclaimer here for you is if you decide to build this and you inadvertently lop off a leg or some other vital body part, it's not my fault. You did it wrong. Okay? Thanks for watching.